All right, so my favorite watch today is Shop. I was looking for an opening drive trade off of the open here. So we'll see how this kind of sets up. I'm also watching Tesla for a pop into either of these resistance levels from yesterday, 2-day VWAP. We have Mara, this is generally unwatched. Maybe a VWAP continuation opening range break setup. And Iron put in a pretty good VWAP continuation yesterday. It was really weak, so I'll just have this one on watch for maybe a VWAP continuation as well. So I think I'm just going to hit this right off the open if it goes down. Risk is pretty small. It's going to be at 68. Oops. Okay. I got a hit in a little bit early at 67.01. And we are at 3.7. 3.7 Arbol. So probably I would expect this just to kind of melt off the open, so it's not. So probably I'll get out of this. Just get out of this real soon. And then Tesla alert went off. So we have Tesla that's popping up right into this level. Jeff went long shot there. Probably not a bad idea. So ideally, damn. Don't love it. Interesting. Okay, so just taking some off into this overextension. Probably should have held into like a VWAP sort of a thing. So I'm gonna look for a VWAP continuation here. We have volume here. Hmm. Oh my god. They like added there for the break. And it might be wrong. Here we go. Justin is taking off. So I just took off half. So this would be the sort of momentum add. And this was right into this. It's closed from yesterday. Interesting. Justin just got flat Tesla. So we were getting volume here on this break. Going into like low of day. Let's take it a little bit more into this same area where it looks like it's. I thought we were going to go and touch yesterday's low of day. So this is a prior bar break on the 1 minute. So let's see. How's volume doing? You're getting a prior bar break. Volume is like half though. So this is typically where I'd be looking for a second chance. So it fails here. Hasn't done a touch necessarily. It didn't do a touch. No, 5 minute, that's like a pure rebid here. And the 9 EMA should protect me here. We also have like a second chance here as well. So I still have on some decent size, like half of a normal VWAP continuation. I'm just gonna take this off here because I feel like it's starting to print pretty green. And I don't want to go red on this trade. So that was a decent trade for me. Not sure how I feel about this ad, but can always review later. So Justin went short again. Tesla here. And I'll do this as a second chance, right? On prior bar breaks. So like right here. I don't know, I just don't like it. I'm gonna focus on something else. It's kind of putting in like this base. Ideally, it would come down in touch. View up. I don't really have an area that if it gets back above. So I suppose you could say like this area here. It's the only time I had a red candle on the 2-minute. Pulls back to the 90 EMA, and then it just kind of continued higher. So yeah, I think if it comes in, touches VWAP, right now I think it's doing a pretty decent job of holding this area. So this would be an area of support, I feel like. So I'll just enter here. This is going to be a lot lower risk. It's not VWAP continuation risk since I was not able to. It wasn't able to actually come into VWAP, so I have a lot less confidence in this trade working. But as you can see, like we're just printing green right now. It did put in like this base that we can risk off of. So Justin is still short IWM, and I'm assuming his stop is like here. So this is a 2150. So this is going to be the area that it needs to get back above. To 2150. So we're going to get a break here, and I expect Justin to stop out here. Um, it's kind of interesting. Okay, so this is 249. It didn't do 50. So maybe it consolidates for a couple of bars and then breaks. Very interesting. This was quite unexpected. Really can't believe that happened. So we can get a higher low put in, but that wasn't really what I wanted it to do. Just gonna get out of this trade. We did hit VWAP. Didn't use VWAP continuation risk, so I just added there. And I'm immediately regretting it. So I like that we rebid, and I like that it was on a little bit of a volume pop, but I don't like how I did not wait for it to get above this trend area. Oh man. Ugh, this was a bad trade, and I've went red on the day. Hmm. So I think SOXL is setting up for a nice one. And you also have IWM. I just think I'm not trading very well today. So I was up 76 and I just and I also like messed up my Tesla second chance. I added an opening range break, which I typically don't even take opening range breaks. I thought it was more of a route continuation. Just made some errors today, and I know I didn't take the second chance because I was up on something else. So 221, I think I can probably get long here. This is going to be the break of trend. I'd like to see some volume come in on here. Excellent. So Justin just got flat, IWM. So would like to see some volume come in here. We are getting right now. And then, let's see, on the 2 minute, looks really clean. Tesla's also doing a VWAP. IWM is still looking strong. Again, we had this double top here at 221.50. So I think this is going to be a good test to see if it's going to reverse or not. I don't know why I have, yeah, it's not like here. I do not think I have been very selective. So just need to continue working on my selectivity and then working on swinging hard when it hits my selectivity. But a lot of VWAP continuation is going on right now. So Excel and IWM is still pushing. Interesting, IWM did the most volume it's done in This is the very first day. So Excel, Tesla, everything is VWAP here. And IWM came into VWAP, pushes off, but it is not really doing much. There it is. There's a lot of buying there. That was like a change on the tape. And then it should be able to break through here. And then on the 5-minute, we have this nice trend, and we can start to trend on the 1-minute as well. Or it's just not going to trade very well. And maybe I should get out of my position. Come on. It's got to get above this level, 25. And Jeff got out of Mara. So kind of failing at higher day. I think it's holding the 5-minute 9 EMA. So probably I'll just wait to see what's it going to do for this 5-minute. So it shouldn't make new lows. So that's 221. And that's what the 9 EMA is as well. Jeff went short SOXO already. Seems a little aggressive. Okay, so 27. It's been like really struggling at 27. 27 and still struggling at 27. Okay, 30. Need some volume. Oh, 9 EMA on the 5-minute is now 2105. This was a pretty good push. You can see it on the 1-minute and the 2-minute. And now it's just failing. All right, so this is the biggest test so far. 221.50, where it double topped at and then failed. $50 printed. So 49, there we go, break. And tape speed is not speeding up. Volume is not coming in. Bids are stepping up. Nope. All right. Looks like this is going to hold. It's up 2%. The market is also at VWAP. We also have Tesla. SOXL, all of which are sort of VWAP continuations. On the 5-minute, super clean. And so for these opening range breaks, could look like if it kind of just grinds up to it and then we get a break. Or if it shoots up right to 221.78. There we go, right into 78. So we have volume. SOXL is failing VWAP continuation. It does look like the best. So I want to see over here, after I did a VWAP continuation, it made high of day and then failed. Over here, it didn't do one. And over here, it didn't even make it to VWAP. So the only VWAP continuation it's done so far, it did fail at high of day. Justin is taking a VWAP continuation, it looks like, on Tesla. Interesting, we did definitely a descending volume and then a volume pop. Right into high day, where it then immediately fails from. So I'm not sure what that means, but I do know that we are going right into our trend. And then really hope that this trend area will hold. I'm just gonna exit this position here because probably shouldn't have exited the whole thing, but I did. Then I'm just gonna call it a day here because it's almost 11 o'clock and I feel like I have not been trading really well today. Of course, IWM is rebidding here. But I'm just going to do my review because I kind of feel like I need to spend some time reviewing today. So from a selectivity standpoint, I don't think I had a very good day at all. So first trade I took was Shop, which I did like. So basically, it's an opening range or an opening drive trade, which is something I've been working on. Stop goes above the pre-market high, fails trend on the open, and it just immediately tanks. So you can see that it just kind of went a little lower, and then immediately I went back to the open. So I just got out of that for a very small loss. So I like that trade. Next trade I took was on Tesla. So Tesla here goes pops right into the resistance from yesterday where it failed from. So it pops right up into it, fails on an inverted hammer. So I get short here and then take half into the low a day and then take another half into the overextension. I left half on, or I guess the quarter on, and then just took it as it aggressively rebound. Then it comes into VWAP and fails really hard. And so I add here, and then it, because it wicks, so I just entered, and then I just add here. So, and when this went up, it actually came back up again. So I was like, in the red quite a bit, and this was double size. So this was like a 30% trade for me. And I don't know, I mean, it does sell off and we do get the volume. I just took that extra ad off here, and then as it rebounds off of yesterday's close, I take some more. And then I just leave, pretty good size. So this was like half of my position off. Probably should have taken off maybe more. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just got out the rest for a near break even small profit, which it basically puts in a view of continuation. And I was actually thinking about taking a second chance here with a stop above this area. I guess this should be maybe another traditional view of continuation, but I just didn't like how it was acting at that time, and so I didn't, and then it really starts to unravel here. So this was by far my biggest miss, and the only reason why I didn't take this, like if I weren't in all this other stuff, I would have probably 1,000% taken this, because this is like my core thing, because it's an opening range break on volume, comes right back up, and then I enter with a short above this, and this was also a view up. So not only was this a second chance, it was also a view up continuation. So maybe you could take this at a view up continuation size, and then it just really unravels. So yeah, this whole like thing for me is like I don't take opening range breaks because of this reason. Is they always just like rebid, and you really only get like a bar or two before it comes in for a second chance and then unravels. So I'm working on sizing up the second chance and not taking these opening range breaks. Specifically, I talk about in my monthly review, but for some reason, I'm not only taking the opening range break, I'm actually doing it on size, where I should be focusing on improving my metrics, taking the second chance so I can really increase size here. And you can see if I'm up like 10% or something here, like this is going to be like a really big trend trade here. And so it just unravels quite a bit. This was a really big miss for me. Yeah. then I try this trend trade, so it basically loses trend. I'm like, oh, VWAP continuation. I immediately know I'm wrong or I shouldn't be doing this, so I just get out here. And this was a bad trade for me. I need to be more selective and really wait for it to come into the VWAP continuations. If I want to do some sort of, it's going to come into VWAP, maybe I can do like a fib or something and be like, well, it needs to do at least a, maybe like 30% or something into VWAP. Whatever, I can come up with like data on how I can or should do this, but I think just saying, hey, I lost trend is not good enough. So this was a bad trade. I recognized it, it got out, but I took a pretty decent chop on this. Anytime I really get in and get out immediately, I take a pretty decent sized loss on it. So the next thing, I guess, is I took IWM and yeah, so we come near VWAP, I get long here, and then it just immediately fails. I thought this was actually a pretty decent entry here, and you can see that just it's embarrassing today. But yeah, it's a decent trade. I feel like it just failed immediately, which I didn't think it was going to do. After it put in its lower high, I thought it was immediately going to take it out. And I think if we throw this on the 1 minute, you can see the volume and the tape speed was like really speeding up and things like that. But then I just got out for a smaller loss. And then it comes and touches VWAP and immediately rebits. So I get long here, but then I didn't use the VWAP continuation hotkey, so it's smaller. But it's actually in like 6% here, and then I added, so I got, maybe the 20%, and then it like fails, so then I get out, and I take like a pretty big loss, like almost like a full-size loss on this, just because I should be waiting for trend and yeah, I mean, this whole like, this is not good trading. This is much better trading. We're waiting for trend to break, starts to curl, we get some volume. So I kind of regroup, and I mean, we did get the volume here after this rebid, but this is really your best entry here. And then it comes and breaks this area, comes and retests where I get out on, which is again bad trading, but it's like 11 o'clock, so I got other stuff I have to do. And I just, I just get out here. So today is like a frustrating day for me. Shop. This is 9:30. These are like all kind of mixed. You guys pushed the wrong button or something. But in any case, overall my selectivity was fairly poor today. I made several unforced errors, and I was up, $80 or whatever. Had a pretty decent day today, and then just kind of gave it all back, trading poorly in and out, entering in wrong areas, taking VWAP continuations that are not yet VWAP continuations. So not a very good day for me at all today, even though I am green. It should be green a lot more, and I should be saving my mental capital for trades that are actually my setups, like the second chance here, off of VWAP continuations, where I could really size these things up. So And the other thing is just like, I know when I should be entering. This is the best entry here. This is actually where Justin gets out of his position, which is exactly where I want to be getting long. And so I did get long there. I'm not really mad about this exit because I really have to, do stuff at work today. So I can't be holding this position, but this was a very solid entry off of VWAP continuation. This is the type of stuff I should be doing. So I'll give myself like a C today on selectivity.